Hi, welcome.
I don't want to be near.
I'm Carla Vince. I'm the president of the chamber, and I want to welcome you all here tonight to our 68th annual meeting. It's a lovely lovely evening, and we had such a wonderful variety of food. It is my pleasure to be here and to stand before you. And to whether you're a longtime member, a new member, a guest, I thank you for being here. But I'd like to take the opportunity at this point to ask our boards, both executive, board of directors, and our executive director of the chamber, to please stand so that I may recognize you, and to thank you for your support, your dedication, and for being here this evening, for all that you do throughout the year. Thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I also want to thank our member businesses, large and small, who've weathered challenges, created jobs, and contributed meaningfully to our local economy. You're the reason we do what we do. Over the past 12 months, we've had great success in our chamber. We've had wonderful new events, not just in numbers, but in impact. We've launched new successful occasions. We've striven to try and entice you to new events and get more people out. We've seen what new ideas can generate. We've expanded our partnerships with local leaders, our educational institutions, and economic development organizations. Additionally, we've amplified your voices on the issues that matter most. This is more than just progress. It's a sign that our chamber is a vital force, helping to shape a stronger, more connected business community. But let's be clear, this growth cannot happen by chance. It's a result of showing our members and potential members the real, tangible benefits of being part of this chamber. From your networking, your advocacy, into resources and visibility. We're proving every day that when businesses join, we all rise together. Our challenge and our opportunity now is to keep the momentum going. Almost done. As we look to the year ahead, growing our membership is more than a numbers game. It's about expanding our circle of influence. We want more than new members. We want partners in progress. Businesses that believe in community, that believe in building a thriving local economy, and that believe in supporting one another. So I encourage each of you to reach out to a colleague, a competitor, or a neighboring business. Tell them why you joined, invite them in, because the more inclusive and diverse our chamber is, the more powerful our impact becomes. In closing, I want to thank you for your continued trust, your partnership, your leadership. Let's carry this momentum forward. Let's grow together. And at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Melissa Smith, our executive director.
Hello, everybody. Great to see all your smiling faces. What I'd like to do next is I'd just like to quickly recognize our Economic Development Committee for Towne County. They, along with myself, helped to go through all the nominees for businesses for 2025, and they helped us make those decisions that weren't that easy, but definitely I think that we've proven that, our award winners tonight were definitely deserved. So just quickly, if you're on our Economic Development Committee, I just want to quickly say your name and who you are. I see you over here, Daisy, if you wouldn't mind standing really quickly. Daisy Paulus, she was on our Economic Development. Lisa over here from the town of Ellington, Lisa Houlihan, thank you, Lisa. Dory Reiser over here, Dory, thank you. Anyone else? Let's see. Oh, Elaine Booker, here in the corner. Thank you, Elaine. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Both of these businesses have been such a great support of our chamber over the years consistently. So just a quick thank you to Berkshire Bank for their sponsorship, along with Jennifer Landry, State Farm Insurance, State Bank. We appreciate that. And now I would like to welcome our guest speaker for the evening, Chad Stier. He is the VP Business Development Administrator for Berkshire Bank, and he's representing SBA loans from the Small Business Administration. Thank you.
Thank you for the warm welcome. You guys can hear me okay, right? It's a small room. So, a couple things I'd like to mention, just to kind of start off, is I started in this chamber as my first chamber years ago, which was probably over 15 years ago at this point. I used to be at Berkshire Bank in Vernon. So I am seeing a lot of familiar faces in the room. And when we say reach out to the competitor or reach across the aisle, Daisy was my competitor originally at the Savings Institute, and now we're all together on the same team. So you never know what partnerships are going to be found in this room. Reach out to someone. And if someone's the wallflower on the side of the wall, that was me back in the day. I was not comfortable approaching people, let alone trying to get in front of people and do the guest speaking piece. But things change over time. So a little bit, you already know about my role. You know, I'm doing the small loans for the SBA Berkshire Bank, under $500,000. So within that role, I'm kind of overseeing underwriting, coaching our loan officers, and also working out in the community, a lot of veterans organizations, and letting people know about the programs that are available to all businesses, not even if you're veteran owned, but even when there was the government programs such as PPP that were going on in the past, that was a big impact that helped keep our small businesses on Main Street afloat and operating. So today I want to keep this as interactive as possible. There's a little bit of Q&A, and I had some questions that were submitted beforehand in the review. But if something comes up, or you get a memory, or you want to ask a question, feel free to raise a hand. I'm not going to make you stand. You don't have to come up in front of the room. But just get that question, kind of get that flow going, so we can talk about different things that are going on in the local community here today. We're also going to talk a little bit about the state of what's going on within Washington and Main Street. Everyone knows we have the government shutdown. I came here today not anticipating that would be the case. SBA, Small Business Administration guy, being up in front of you talking about what's happening in the government. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about what that means and really what's still happening in the world of lending, even though the government is in the shutdown phase. So to get to know a little bit about you guys in the room, just by a show of hands, who are my bankers? I know there's at least 2. Okay. We got 5. There's always a ton of bankers at Chamber, right? It seems like we're always one showing up. So I want to thank you all for being here and doing all you do with helping out the community as well. How many people have been in business greater than 5 years? About a third of the room. How many have been in business less than 2 years? See about 4 or 5 in the room. All right, so a pretty good mix. Anybody been in business greater than 25 years? Well, congratulations, I'm seeing 3. So these are the people in the room you should reach out to if you want to talk about longevity and planning. So if you're a 2-year or 5-year, reach out to your 25 years, ask them what struggles they went through. And also, who's growing right now or thinking they're going to grow or expand within the next 12 months? Some type of major expansion. Okay. I see 4 or 5 people. I bet you're worried right now with what's going on within the world, the economy, how you're going to get lending, what the cost of tariffs are going to be. Pretty relevant. We've seen a couple head shake. So a little bit about the state of the government and where we're at within the programs. The SBA program is shut down at the moment, but that doesn't mean that there's no lending happening either in the conventional world or the SBA world. A lot of the banks, including many in the room here, may be preferred lenders, which allows you to start your loan application if you need it. So if you're a new business under 2 years old, most likely that's going to go directly to SBA for those in the room. And businesses that are looking to expand, 5 years or even 25 years old, you might potentially have to go to SBA if what you're reporting for your growth plan is greater than what you can report on your taxes for the past 3 years. Because it might look you can't service that debt or the amount of debt that you're looking to take on. So that's where the SBA is going to come into play. Currently, we still have connections with the IRS that we're able to pull some tax returns, albeit they're operating a little bit slower. We can do full background checks, underwriting on loans. It means everything you need to do can be done, that we're in that waiting room, like we're at the TSA, and obviously TSA, we're hearing some stories about that right now too, where it's getting a little bit slower. But the line is still there and moving, so as long as you get in that line, eventually when that gate reopens and we're able to get those loans directly into the government databases, you're going to be good to go. All the things that are kind of happening in Washington seem really scary. And a lot of it is going to be more of the political base. And I'm not here to say one party or another, but if you have any concerns about what's happening on that side, I say advocate to your local politicians. There might be some in the room today. I didn't do a quite big interview. And I'm not going to make you guys raise your hands either, if you are here. But reach out to them and find out what you can do to kind of get things rolling on the side of what's happening with the government. One of the things that I do here from a government shutdown perspective is when the holidays come, TSA lines might get a little bit longer. Those people, working very hard are not getting paid at this time. So it's a great potential that we might see a break within the Republican and Democratic Party that will be able to get those loans and the government reopen and approved at that time frame. So that's kind of the next milestone. Typically, the longest shutdown we've ever seen has been about 30 days. Obviously, that's bringing us well beyond 30 days. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I'm not seeing by the end of this week that we're having any headway on that lifting at this particular point in time. So you might be wondering, well, how does that relate to what you're doing in this room or the plans for those people that raise their hands that are upcoming? Go ahead and still get those applications and apply. Get the money when you don't need it. And even if you're someone in this room that didn't raise your hand for a plan that's happening in the next 12 months, think about the options that you need, lining up those tax returns, working with your local banker to find out what they need, and get the money when you don't need it. And that's when you're not in a rush. I've been in banking for over 20 years at this point, and a lot of times people come knocking, and they go, I want the money tomorrow. Something happened. An example of a story that I had of that recently was we had a client who applied for a loan because he had lost his, it was a backhoe and also the trailer that pulled the backhoe for his construction business. He had to do a job the next day on that weekend. So on Friday at 5 p.m., he put the loan application in. So I saw the loan application come in. Luckily, I'm the administrator. I get the program. I can see the update. So I go ahead and I start processing it. I was able to pull the credit. I'm like, oh, this is good to go. We're going to need some more documentation, of course, to background check this. But we're going to go ahead and be able to do the loan. I come in on Monday, and I get an email from our local loan officer, and they go, Mr. Johnson is here. He's asking about that $40,000 loan. Is it ready to be deposited into his account? I'm like, well, this is the application at 5 p.m. I was able to pull the credit, but we're not open over the weekends. And typically, any loan application when it comes to business lending, at least is going to take a week, if not longer. It's, well, he got really pressed over the weekend. So he had his life savings, came in on Saturday to the teller, withdrew $40,000 in cash. So, no banker ever wants to see you come in looking for $40,000 in cash, by the way. Takes the $40,000 out, goes down to a local guy I found on Facebook Marketplace that was selling a trailer for a little Bobcat. Goes ahead and makes the offer, does the transfer, arranges to get stuff lined up with the DMV for registration on it. And he goes, well, I get that you can't give me the money now to put it in my account, but I really need that money to pay some other family bills and things that are coming up. Can we go ahead and get that loan approved as soon as possible? Here's where the big red line in the sand happened, at least for the SBA side of the lending programs. We were not able to give him the $40,000. Even though he had great credit, great business, he was cash flowing and everything we would look for. There's a stipulation within the government lending programs that you can't give cash back to the business owners. So we can't give $40,000. He's just going to deposit directly into his personal checking account. Left him in a bit of a pinch. Obviously, he had to kind of scramble with some friends and family to help him out to pay those bills. But it's a perfect example of having a line of credit or something in place when you need it. We never know when there's going to be another pandemic. We never know when there's going to be another government shutdown or how long those government shutdowns are going to be. But that's kind of my key takeaway. Kind of make all these things relatable and what you should be looking out as a small business owner. I did have a couple questions that were pre-submitted, so I want to thank you guys for submitting them up. You guys didn't have to come up in front of me. But the first question that I did get was, my bank declined my loan and the request, and they said they don't lend my industry. So that does happen from time to time. So another show of hands, who's banking with the same bank here since they were born? Or they were in diapers? Since they were 18? Okay, there we go. I've seen the hands go up. So being with the same bank is great. We love to see longevity, but every bank has a different specialty in what they work in and different expertise areas. And we're all about the risk management side of the house. So I'll give you an example. At least at my bank right now, we're not looking to do a lot of lending to hotels. Bed and breakfast, stuff like that is not exactly the best thing. There could be another bank in this room that really loves that industry right now and want to help out with those loans. We're not all evil with each other. We don't try to steal each other's business. We try to partner and do what's right for the community and lift everybody up. So be conscientious that even if you've been with the same bank since 1988, it might be an opportunity to look at another institution and see if they can help you out with the other needs that you have, especially if you're with an institution that maybe doesn't specialize in business. Maybe they don't have an SBA lending department. Those are opportunities for growth to find the path that we need forward on that. And then another question that came in was lending options for startups. So startup is a real broad term. In the banking world, we can say any business under 2 years old is a startup. You might be in an operation for over 12 months and making $1 million a year already. how can you call me a startup? You're more risky if you're already the 2-year mark. So options that we can put in the startup phase would be SBDC. Now, I will make any SBDC people raise their hand if they're here. There used to be a guy by the name of John Williams that used to be in this group. I'm not sure if he's still around. No? Melissa's shaking her head no. Well, if you find a local SBDC guy, they provide free or no-cost services for all business owners, regardless if you're a 2-year or younger business or you're 25 years into the business that you're operating. They can provide the resources that you need for business planning, building projections, and getting yourself ready for the lending. And that includes for our startup space. Also CDEF, which is based out of Meriden, another great resource if you're looking to get started with your business or looking for options where traditional lending is not available. That could be putting a third lien on your personal house because you're looking to start up a deli for $30,000. And the reason I know that actually happens, my best friend started a deli up in Norfolk, Connecticut, and that was how he got started, a third lien on his house. And most banks will not do a third lien. So that's an option for you to get started with those types of businesses. And keep in mind that all banks are like ice cream shops. We might have pistachio, we always have chocolate and vanilla, but we're not going to have that rocky road. So you're going to have to look for your favorite flavor at your favorite bank in order to help each other out. So with that said, do we have any questions in the room around lending, anything with general government shutdown? I'm not the politician, but I'll be happy to try to answer the question.
I will have one question.
Sure.
With the shutdown, you'd mentioned preferred lenders. Are preferred lenders still closing loans?
We are not necessarily closing loans. So in the case of our SBA shop, we were able to get what's pulling a PLP number. So it's like an identifier number from the SBA. So if our loans were long into the underwriting process that we knew within the next 3 weeks they were going to be closing, we were able to pull that number in advance, hold our spot in line, and we are able to still close those loans that were well along in the process. But in the case if you apply today, I have a woman in Rhode Island that's looking to buy a bar and restaurant that's really well known in the area. And she has the full loan application in with me right now, but I can't move it forward and close it by the 14th, which for her is very important. Her son had passed away on the 14th, and this is the whole reason she's in the industry. We were trying to do our best to honor that, but I had to have that difficult conversation that it's outside of my control what I can do, but we can definitely line it up to close as soon as possible. But preferred lenders are still able to do all of the stuff and make the decisions on behalf of the US government. It's just they're closing that window that we actually have to go in and type in the information. But great question.
All right.
Well, I want to thank you so much. Thank you, Melissa. And make sure you bring the
All right. And now we're going to move on to the whole reason that we're here, honoring our 2025 Business Award winners. And we're just going to check out the program. We're just going to go right on down the list, starting with our Best New Business. And they will be presented by Dory Reiser.
Hello everyone, I'm Dory Reiser. Nice to see you again this year. I'm going to be presenting Best New Business to Charhause, gluten-free microbakery and cafe. And I have to confess I haven't been there yet, although I did try this morning. I mentioned that Tuesdays they're closed, so don't go on a Tuesday, but go any other day because I am hearing everyone rave about them. They're gluten-free product, you can't even tell it's gluten-free. They've got a great clientele. They open their cafe to crafters and locals who want to sell their crafts. They also have galleries there. Kate can't be here with us today, but her sister Laura is here, and her daughter's here, Charlotte, and they're going to accept the award for her. So we would love to have them come up, say thank you so much for a wonderful addition to our community. And it's in Bolton, in case anyone hasn't been there yet. It's right past Georgina's, and it's definitely worth a stop. So congratulations.
I wasn't expecting to say anything. Unfortunately, my sister really wanted to be here. She wasn't feeling very well, as many people aren't at the moment. It all started with Charlotte, honestly. Her wanting to do something to support her daughter, be close with her. She worked corporate for forever and stayed away from her for quite a while and wanted to change that, be home more, be with her more. So it's named after her. If you ask her, she'll say it's her bakery, and Mom gets to work at it. We're very lucky to have an incredible community, and that really is what makes Charhause Charhause. Our customers are incredible. We've met so many friends, and the food is to die for. You would have no clue. It's gluten-free. It allows access to gluten-free people to feel normal, go in, get anything they want. But trust me, you don't need to be gluten-free to enjoy all the things there. So this is for Charlotte and my sister, who's killing it.
Next is going to be our Corporate Citizen of the Year, the Ivy at Ellington. And to present is going to be Lisa Houlihan. Thank you, Lisa.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lisa Houlihan. I'm the town planner of Ellington. I work with the Economic Development Commission in town, and I'm part of the Economic Development Commission for the chamber. I would just like to read the nomination for the Ivy because it says a lot about why they were awarded. The Ivy at Ellington, an assisted living and memory care facility, community engagement is a vital part of fulfilling senior living experience. The Ivy Gives Back program is dedicated to supporting local charities, uplifting those in need, and strengthening the local communities. Charitable efforts create purpose, foster connection, and enhance the well-being of others. The Ivy at Ellington engages with the Alzheimer's Association, Cornerstone Foundation, I'm totally gonna botch this name, the Chrysalis Center in Hartford, Ellington Senior Center, Ellington Food Pantry, and local animal shelters. The Ellington Economic Development Commission is proud to nominate the Ivy of Ellington for a Corporate Citizen Award in recognition of their commitment to making the world a better place, one act of kindness at a time. Welcome to the, congratulations to the Ivy of Ellington for Corporate Citizen this year. Thank you very much. For all you do for the community.
Thank you.
While they're figuring that out, I'll say thank you. We do a lot of fundraising. It's near and dear to our hearts. So in our Give Back program, Who Knew Bingo was so popular outside of assisted living. But in May, we did our Uno de Mayo Give Back Bingo for Alzheimer's, which in just a 2-hour night, we fundraised almost $3,000. We have our upcoming one in November. It is sold out at 75 people. But we started a little competition, so all 9 of our communities fundraise on the same night, and we do a same bingo setup. Last year we did 2,600 at our site, and as a family organization, we donated $6,500 to Tunnels to Towers in just a 2-hour event. So we're very thankful for all the support that we get for that. It's a labor of love, but it is near and dear to our hearts. So when you see those bingo flyers go out, the $20 is worth it to play. It's become so popular, we're outgrowing our space. So thank you, and we'll continue to do those, and we appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Next up is going to be for Beautification, Towne Lube and Repair, Vernon. And it's Dory again. Dory?
I'm going to welcome Matt Hickey. Thank you very much for such a beautiful contribution to our downtown community. I was unfamiliar with this Beautification Award before I was asked to present it, and I just recently got a chance to check out this beautiful mural that's painted on the side of the building. It's right next to Rocky Face Hardware, so if you haven't seen it yet, please go by and look at it. It was commissioned this summer from Laura Costello, who is here as well, and she was the one who accepted the award for Charhause. So thank you so much for bringing it to our community. It's such a nice addition. It's nostalgic. It reminds me of all of my places growing up in Vernon, because I did grow up in Vernon. You can see Fox Tower, you can see the barn over by Valley Falls. You can see the tunnel, which I used to live right outside of. It's great. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful addition, and you've really done a great job with that contribution. Thank you. Thank you.
Just say a couple words. I don't need a microphone. Y'all can hear my Irish whisper. I didn't know the Beautification Award was a thing here as well, so thank you. I do want to, I know Chad probably left, but I do want to thank him for coming out tonight. Without the Small Business Administration, I wouldn't be where I am today in terms of being almost 10 years into owning Towne Lube Repair. But in regards to the Beautification Award, yes, Laura did an unbelievable job taking a bit of somewhat of an image that we had in our head to what it is today. And thank God I didn't select to put the town wouldn't allow me to put my logo on the side of my building because they deemed it as advertising. So thank God we ended up with this because I certainly wouldn't be here if it was just a logo on the side of the building. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Enjoy your holidays.
All right, so we have 2 more businesses to recognize, both nonprofits of the year, because we just went back and forth, and we really just couldn't make a decision on the 2, so we said, hey, let's recognize both. Both are so well deserved. We will start off with, and ironically enough, normally Melanie Merkel from Community Voice is the one behind the camera, but this time she gets to be the one to accept the award. So this next one, again, Nonprofit of the Year, Community Voice Channel, and Elaine Booker, thank you Elaine, is going to come up.
Hi, I'm Elaine Booker, and I'm not only on the board of directors for the Towne County Chamber and I'm their EDC, I'm also on the board of directors for the Community Voice Channel. So I know a bit about this public access TV. The Community Voice Channel is your local public access television station for Tolland, Ellington, Vernon, Bolton, Hebron, Andover, and Marlborough. They have created a streaming app called CVC, so you can download it and watch their public access programs on any streaming device. You don't need cable TV, you don't need television. You can just download our app, our CVC app. Most of their content is also aired on the CVC YouTube channel. As a nonprofit, Community Voice Channel is charged with airing public recordings of town meetings, town and school events, and programming created by the general public. CVC records town and chamber county events when requested. Tonight, we have Joyce is our volunteer camera person. And CVC is an outreach program that goes to all the towns and schools they serve, offering free workshops to learn how to use their high-definition cameras in the field and in the studio. They teach how to produce and edit whatever programs attendees are interested in. They teach how to produce and edit whatever their programs are in a CVC state-of-the-art recording studio in Bolton. Over the years, hundreds of people have taken those workshops. Some have produced shows for the station. Some have produced videos that they've had submitted to competitions. We've had a few students who have created movies and sent them out to film festivals. Most have worked as volunteers to record the events people asked for in the station or the field and edit them into a program to air on CVC. Some have gone on to successful television careers. CVC helps the community in any way it can, creating lasting memories and helping get the word out. They will help anyone walking in through their door to bring their vision to life. Their motto is, don't just watch TV, make it. Now, I'm proud to present this Nonprofit of the Year award to the Community Voice Channel Outreach Head, Melanie Merkel, and the Station Manager, Nick Levine.
All right, hello, everybody. All right, and like she said, I'm usually on that side, so it's been great to be on this side, where I can actually share a speech with you, rather than I get to hear everyone's. So, like she said, the Community Voice channel is your freedom of speech. So please, walk in our doors and see what we have to offer. We offer free tours. We offer, I do video clubs with schools. I do community service hours with high school students. We do internships with state colleges, and they move on to everything that we teach them. They go on to just, have these great lives in communications and media. So they learn everything with us. It's all for free, which is, you can't beat that. It's for free. It's your freedom of speech. Yes, through, we're funded by those who have cable in our 7 towns. So we all know we're dropping cable, right? So as you drop cable, there goes our funding. So we're doing our best to stream. Like she said, you can find us streaming. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Roku, Fire TV. So we're doing everything we can so you can find us. You don't just have to have cable. Even if you just have Wi-Fi, you can walk in our doors and use our facilities. So that's what we want. Please support us in any way, even if it's just telling legislators, anybody, that you support public access TV. Because once it's gone, it will be gone. We don't want it to go. We know PBS is hurting. That's federally, that's national, but we're local. And that's what we want. We film local stuff. You guys have all seen me in the community. And if you haven't, well, guess next time you see me, get ready, because, I'm going to interview you. So. But please, even if you want to make a show, anything you want to do, I have kids come in and just, open up a box of science experiment and make it on TV. I got kids that color on TV, anything you want to do. You want to showcase your talent, you want to come in and say something, whatever you want to do, that's what we're here for. We are here for you, for the community. And I have some great volunteers here. Like Rebecca's here, she's one of our local psychic mediums in town, and she has a show. She's got people coming in, guests, so if you want to be on her show, you can be a guest on her show. We offer, Sam's our camera guy, we got dedicated crew, and your friends could come in, make a show once a month. I mean, my volunteers say it's like a recharge for them. They like to, once a month they come in with their friends, they make a show, and it's like a recharge for them. It feels good to see see the people you care about. You're all making a show together of what you feel, that's something you really want to talk about, something you feel passionate about. So, thank you so much.
Now, last but certainly not least, our last 2025 Business Award winner for Nonprofit of the Year is Habitat for Humanity, North Central Connecticut. And our presenter is going to be Daisy Paulus from Berkshire Bank. Come on, Daisy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daisy Paulus, VP Relationship Manager on my banker, and also Board of Director at the Tolland Chamber of Commerce. 2025 Business Award for Nonprofit of the Year goes to the Habitat Humanity North Central Connecticut. Habitat for Humanity is to build and provide affordable housing to those in need, with a vision of a world where everyone has a decent place to live. It does this by partnering with low-income families who invest their own labor and affordable mortgage payment into building and renovating homes. The organization also engages in advocacy, education, and disaster recovery to address systematic issues that affect affordable housing globally. Builds and renovates homes. Habitat for Humanity collaborates with volunteers and partners, families to conduct and rehabilitate simple, decent, and affordable houses. empower families, provide financial education, advocates for policy change, and respond to disasters. The organization provides shelter assistance, education, and recovery support to communities affected by natural disasters. This year, Habitat for Humanity North Central Connecticut just completed 10 home projects in 1 year, and all with the assistance of 4,000 volunteers who contribute over 30 hours each year to support the Habitat for Humanity.
It's an honor and a privilege to be recognized. We're really excited to be here. For those of you who aren't too familiar with Habitat, we do have our Restore in Vernon, as well as one in Bloomfield. The proceeds from the Restore come back to our mission and help support our mission. It's a great opportunity to find some pretty sweet deals on some furniture. Sometimes businesses give us their last year's product to get New Year's stuff in, so it's not all used donating goods. There's some good new stuff in there as well. Always fun to take the time and explore. But we are very proud of our 10 home project in East Hartford on Burnside Avenue. On November 7th, we're celebrating the dedication, where the families will have the opportunity to get the keys to the home and meet the volunteers who made this build possible. It's a private neighborhood right in the heart of East Hartford, and our volunteer base is amazing at building this home in about a year's time. So we're so grateful for the acknowledgement and recognition, and we appreciate your support, and we would love to be more engaged in Towne County. And so if you would like to see Habitat in your neighborhood, whether that's building a new home or rehabbing a blighted property, if you know of vacant or town-owned properties, homes, lots, please consider Habitat for Humanity. I encourage you to come to the dedication and see what we do. I know that a lot of communities have misunderstandings of what Habitat is, and we do not give our homes away. They are sold. They hold a mortgage. The benefit is it's a zero-interest mortgage, so it makes it affordable for these families. So they do have a 30-year mortgage, and they have to come out and build with us and take financial literacy courses, and a lot of those courses are taught by our wonderful partners and bankers. So if you are interested in teaching some financial literacy courses, because we've got some bankers in the room, please reach out. We'd love to have that support as well. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I did just want to quickly mention that I did not request these. Senator Richard Blumenthal had sent these to all of our award winners, so I just would be remiss not to mention that, so sorry about that. So I just wanted to take just a moment to say thank you to everybody that came here tonight. I know it seems like, I feel like we've been here for so much longer. It's only 10 after 6, but hey, it's okay. I think it's this darkness is really starting to get, you're like, wow, it seems a lot later. But that's okay. I just want to take a moment to thank our President, Carla Vince, for her continued support of me and of this chamber. She's going into her second year, which when she told me yes, I couldn't tell you the stress that came on. She's just been such a wonderful support. So thank you so much, Carla. It's nice to know that you can call somebody, I'm pretty much at the chamber office alone all day and night, so, well, not night, but it's nice just to have that. So again, thank you, Carla. To our amazing award winners, we see you, we recognize you, and we will certainly be there to support you. I've definitely been, Charhause, when they had their ribbon cutting, Kate, as they mentioned, she's kind, she's sweet, but she was in tears talking about her staff. I just feel such a wonderful sense of community with a lot of these small business owners and just business in general in this county. It's a large county. We have a lot of rural areas as well, but when we get together, I really feel like we do a great job at supporting each other. So thank you. To our board members that are here and supporting tonight and Economic Development Committee, thank you for your time. And of course, our sponsors, Berkshire Bank and Jennifer Lamphere State Farm Insurance. And last but not least, together, we're making Tolland County a great place to live, work, and do business. Thank you again, and cheers for another successful year, and I look forward to what 2026 is going to bring for us, so thank you.